Welcome back. In this section, we are going to see working with CSV files or data source as CSV files. So, the first thing, we have declared a data frame sales with spark.read.format. We have specified CSV as type, option header true because we have header in our CSV file. The first line which is record is an header, so we have specified header as true. Option infer schema true, which means it will inherit all the data types from the CSV file. It will automatically determine whether it is an integer value, string value. So we write infer schema true. Load, and we have specified the file name. How I got this file store table slash 100 sales record1.csv by so I've clicked on import and export in a new screen. I've clicked on drop files to be uploaded and selected 100 sales record. This file will be available in the download section. You can see this is the file name. Now I am getting record as 2.csv because I have already uploaded the file. So every time you upload a file, make sure the file name changes. It will change automatically because this is the way Databricks stores the file automatically in the Databricks system. So we are using file store tables 100 sales record 1.csv. We can also use this 2.csv. And we are displaying the record. So this is how we load a CSV file into Databricks environment. We can print the schema to see what kind of data type it has inherit because we have specified infer schema as true. So you can see region as string, few are integer type, some are of double type. So this is how Spark inherits the schema from the CSV file. Now verify correctness of data and option to control data. Permissive is the default option. If you don't specify any of this permissive dropple formatted, formed and failed fast. So in permissive, nulls are inserted for the field that could not be parsed properly. So whenever there is some junk data, it will be replaced by null record while loading the data into a data frame. So this is how nulls are inserted in the fields that could not be parsed properly. Drop malformatted, drop lines that contain field that could not be parsed. So when we specify this option, we will see how to specify this option in the next process. Fail fast aborts the reading if any malformed data is formed. So these are the options where we can verify the correctness of data and option to control the data. So now we will see how to define a schema, that is user defined schema, and apply it to CSV file. So we will import few libraries like apache.spark.sql types, and we will define a schema equal to new structure type and dot add region. This way we specify the schema. Add region string type true. Whether it will true means whether the null value is true or not. So you can see nullable true. So for that it can accept null value true. So this is how we define all the records or columns of the CSV file. So all these are the columns of the CSV file with the respective data type. And we have declared a data frame, well, sales with schema, spark.read.format CSV, option header true because we have header in the CSV file, mode permissive, so it will replace by nulls are inserted for the fields that could not be parsed completely. So you can see we have permissive. Over here you can write drop malformatted. So whenever there is some field that could not be parsed, it will drop the lines or drop the record. And fail fast aborts the reading if any malformed data is found. So when you don't want any junk values in your file, you can use these options. And .schema and the schema name. So your schema, if I write schema emp, you can specify schema emp over here, and the file location of the file. Currently you can use 2.csv. This is the file name. And we will display the data. Press Ctrl Enter. So this is how a user defined data type, user defined schema, and loading the data from the CSV file and defining the schema using user's input or user defined schema. So this is the way we will define the schema. We can also use Spark SQL and create a temporary view by using CSV file. In option, we specify the path location from where it will read the data, whether it has header true, and mode, fail fast, permissive, drop malformatted, and so on. So we specify and we can create a temporary view from the CSV file, and we can perform SQL queries on the temp view. So this is how we will be using CSV file and loading into Spark environment and performing various operations on it. So that's all for this lecture. See you in the next video.